Well, and I did have an idea how to fix last year's situation.
Oh God, here we go.
I come from a comedy background. I did stand up.
You're a real stand-up guy.
And I thought how fun if we had done like some sort of Western commercial where it was like a cowboy at the end of the bar and then maybe a trans person on the other.
No!
And there's like one beer in the center and it's like
No! God!
And unfortunately they didn't reach out, so we couldn't talk about some of those things.
Thank God.
And with what happened to me last year, unfortunately, you know, certain brands kind of didn't even continue speaking with me.
I wonder why.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and I can't imagine, I can't understand how this keeps getting worse, and yet, for some inexplicable reason, it does. And, well, I guess I'm happy for it, and if you enjoy this slow motion car wreck, make sure you leave a like on this video. So now, in an exclusive interview, fame-hungry, desperate, fading star, brand destroyer Dylan Mulvaney has released some new information on not only are they trying to cram themselves back into the limelight, but now they revealed that they begged Bud Light to do another commercial with them and were soundly rejected because the company lost $1 billion. I mean, what an incredible time to be alive. What an incredible get woke, go broke moment. Let's get right into this article. By the way, huge shout out. This video sponsor, Coffee Brand Coffee, happens to be my coffee company. We're not some drop shipping outfit. We're legit. We pick our own, design our own roasts, fulfill our own orders, everything. And this month, for the March in 2024 here, I'm really promoting our Roaster's Choice Club this month only. If you sign up or are already a member, you get our sweet founders coin and you get a signed thank you letter from me just for trying out our Roaster's Choice program. And the first month is 50% off. If you enjoy coffee and you like a little fancier cup every once in a while, you like getting a different roast from a different country every single month, something to look forward to, something to be excited about, consider clicking the link in the description and joining Roaster's Choice. Give us a chance. I know you're going to love it. We've got 238 reviews with a review score of 4.9 out of 5. This is our best product available, and people absolutely love this, my curated product. I pick out the special spot every month, and it's an ultra small batch. So check that out. Also, we have a wide variety of other coffees, teas, and cocos available. Dylan Mulvaney calls out Bud Light for failing to stand up to bullying and reveals Dylan pitched a, quote, healing commercial depicting a trans person sharing a beer with a macho cowboy, but was immediately rejected after costing the company $1 billion. I love that the self-absorbedness. You know, I love that their solution to the problem that they caused is more of them. That's the solution. Yeah, I cost you $1 billion, but what if more of me? What if you did another commercial with me? Wouldn't that be a great idea to fix the problem that my existence caused? Dylan Mulvaney has revealed they wanted to win back Bud Light customers enraged by the advertising the beer by doing a commercial with a cowboy and a trans person. Mulvaney said the idea would bring healing, was a trans person at one end of the bar and a Western-style cowboy at the other end of the bar with a Bud Light in the middle. I wish they would have done this. My heart is broken that they did not air this commercial. I am so sorry for all of us. During a panel discussion, Mulvaney scolded Bud Light. Bud Light's parent company, Anheuser-Busch InBev, was apparently not interested in the idea, and it went nowhere, Mulvaney said at the South by Southwest Festival. During a panel discussion, Mulvaney scolded Bud Light and said that it needed to act like a parent and stand up to bullying. during the backlash over its decision to hire Dylan and promote the brand. By the way, and I've always said this, going out of your way to like say mean things to Dylan or whatever. It's just like when people do that to like Halle Bailey, right? People are like, what the heck? Why did you make Little Mermaid black now? This is weird, right? It's not Halle Bailey's fault. She just took the job. It's not Dylan Mulvaney's fault. They just took the job. So if you want to direct your outrage, you direct it to Disney, you direct it to Bud Light. I think that that's far more productive. And I think the vast majority of my viewers, that's how they handle it. Dylan also claimed that the row and its aftermath had boosted their profile and that was arguably the most privileged trans person in the country. Is that why you're doing panels in front of 7 people? Is that why you're going to South by Southwest, a liberal music festival, to still whinge and complain about Bud Light a year later? Now, it would be fair, I'm still making videos about Bud Light a year later, so I digress. Anheuser-Busch InBev's decision to hire Mulvaney is estimated to have cost the company more than $1 billion in lost sales and knocked it off its #1 best-selling beer spot in the United States. The controversy, of course, began back in April of last year with the Instagram stuff. The backlash was swift and furious, with customers staging a boycott and fake loser boycotter Kid Rock posting videos of him taking out Bud Light cans, which we now know Kid Rock was bought off by Bud Light and was just doing it as a publicity stunt, which is embarrassing that he would go on Joe Rogan and admit that, but that's what he did do. Anheuser-Busch InBev CEO Brendan Whitworth issued an apology, and Bud Light is now partnering with comedian Shane Gillis, known for controversial jokes about disabled people. I mean, is that supposed to... How does giving more money to someone who's already a millionaire, no disrespect to Shane Gillis, how does giving more money to a millionaire mend any fences with your customers? I don't understand the logic there. The South by Southwest talk was titled Role of Brands and Media in Fighting Hate, and promised to talk about the responsibility of brands and the media to not fuel the fire of misinformation and discrimination. And there were 7 people there. The description said that the right wing seized on Mulvaney being hired by Bud Light and that Anheuser-Busch InBev's response only exacerbated things further. Addressing the audience, Dylan Mulvaney said, I did have an idea how to fix last year's situation. I come from a comedy background. It can be very healing and it can appeal to both sides. I thought how fun it would have been if we'd done a Western commercial where it was a cowboy at the end of the bar and a trans person in the other end, and there's one beer in the center. She whistled a Western-style soundtrack and added, just because we could have a laugh and show how much, these very real-world things, there's also some compassion. We all like beer. It doesn't have to be separate. But Mulvaney, who recently tanked during a stand-up comedy set, also admitted that her millennial humor was a little cringe, and that younger people referred to her as mother. Of course, what? Huh? During the talk, Mulvaney also said that after the Bud Light backlash, certain brands didn't even want to continue speaking with me. So, okay. This proves everything we knew. Brands were like, nope, I'm out. 100%, don't want it. I'm out. But I thought they said that they were having the most privilege of their life and that they're absolutely crushing it. Dylan said, I could have been so integral to the solution, but they continued. I think it's like a parent. The parent doesn't want to put a stop to something, then the bullying can continue. What? These brands need to step up and let people know it's not okay. Yeah, that's right. That's what everybody wants, are brands telling them how to act. Even when it's something as like pretty, generally acceptable, like, hey, bullying is bad. I don't really need my beer company to tell me that. I don't need my coffee company to tell me that. That's why I called it Coffee Brand Coffee. Don't forget, try our Roaster's Choice, 50% off first month. Then, of course, Dylan recalled being followed and harassed in public and said that it was something I never thought would be a part of in my life. Now, when they say followed and harassed, they're talking about paparazzos. They're not talking about Bud Light drinkers, right? Just so we're clear. I'm one of the most, if not the most privileged trans person in the country right now. Nowadays, Mulvaney has it written into their contract that, quote, in case of a boycott, this and this will happen to protect themselves. Maybe that's why nobody wants to work with them anymore. Content creators like Mulvaney don't have agents and security like mainstream talent. And when the Bud Light controversy blew up, they didn't even know about cybersecurity. There's a responsibility that needs to be taken by the brand, that there will be protection and support. Otherwise, it's putting marginalized groups in a real sticky situation. Okay, so what about non-LGBTQ people? Do you think that them getting, online backlash is also bad? I don't even really understand. It's so weird to view literally everything in your life through the lens of me. There is a responsibility telling the audience that Dylan wants to see trans joy on people's screens rather than just, them being on the receiving end of crimes like Law and Order. What? I could turn on any show on regular TV and they're pumping that stuff by the gallon into people's living rooms. What are you talking about? Asked if they were producing anything. Of course, Dylan said that they were, quote, working on some things. Curiously, I have not seen them in any new ads, probably in the last 6 months. They themselves admitted no brands wanted to work with them anymore. I mean, look, again, I happen to feel like the whole kind of woman face thing that many women feel is directly disrespectful to them. I tend to agree with that. I understand why people might not want to be involved with that, might not want to partake in that. They go on, also appearing on Aaron Walton, founder of advertising agency Don't Really Care. Walton called out brands like Bud Light and said companies like them need to stop rewarding wrong behavior. Did you know that a lot of these ad agencies are why you see so much of the woke crap you do from companies? These like Madison Avenue companies. That's where a lot of this comes from. There's a lot of woke Gen Z people that work with them. I used to work with these agencies when I was in the ad agency world, and they would literally tell brands, oh no, you got to have a trans person in your ad. You have to have LGBT people. And like, this isn't based on customer data. This is what ad agencies were telling them what to do. And so, I think it's pretty funny that they're out there now whining and complaining. People in the comments basically saying, just go away. I think most of us would appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. We'll talk to you again real soon.